Well, I'm back. This is blog number 12, and it's a little late this week because I wasn't as good as I should have been. But I'm back. What an interesting week that has just gone by. On the front burner, the issue still waxing warm, whether or not there is any problem with the Minister of National Security's children in the United States of America. Funny, up to this time, the Prime Minister has not even addressed the issue. And one sits back and wonders why. When you sit in such a powerful position where you virtually could just pick the phone up and get any information you want to get, why it is the country is being left in an abyss, in abeyance, in waiting. That does not send the right message. But so also the issue of precepting of the soldiers starts getting people feeling as if though this issue is one of trying to make Trinidad and Tobago a military state. I don't agree. I feel that could never be anywhere close to the truth. There are too many democratic people in Trinidad and Tobago who will not accept such a life. It has passed its first hurdle in the House, but doesn't have the support of the opposition or the PNM. They in their own right created a sister organization called SWAT that was acting as a precepted kind of police force outside of the police force, and brought a lot of official people from overseas to run this enterprise. Expensive. And let's not forget that when they checked the National Security Office, they found quite a number of dollars in cash in a vault. We never will know what will happen, and we never may be even interested in finding out. What is important is that the Prime Minister understands clearly that this is what you call a high-risk maneuver. Because if in a short space of time there is no residual benefit to the nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, then for certain we will see such negativity that will cause the whole issue of the national security of Trinidad and Tobago to come under higher levels of scrutiny. Be as it may, we now wait to hear what the Senate has to say with regards to this particular piece of legislation. Is it really truly trying to make it that it becomes within the legal ambit of the Constitution, or is it a red herring? Bearing in mind that SWAT operated for quite a number of years before it was finally disbanded by the government, present-day government, People's Partnership. We've just got to watch the figures. One person, the calling program, has suggested that we deal with the statistics. Maybe that's an empirical that we cannot overlook. But what is more important is the persona of the people of the country. Are they satisfied with this action? Let's look at the other issue because they run concurrent. Up to this week, there's no decision yet on that intervention that occurred, the accident, the damage, the destruction of 3 lives and the hospitalization of 3 others in the Sea Lots area. One person quite candidly put it very straight that even himself, if they had a walk over there, these people would have still gotten damaged because they were on the pavement at the time when the accident occurred. So have they taken the sort of action that is necessary to make sure that in the future something like this doesn't happen? No one can predict an accident. I think in that case, Mr. Warner is right. An accident is an accident. As insensitive as that statement might be, it's a fact. So we have to bear that in mind also. And hope that we never have a reoccurrence in that area of this problem. In the old days, they used to put up a sign, accident spot, black spot. So wherever the accident occurred, they'll put some kind of indication. Maybe we need to go back to the moorings of that type of institutional investment in things like that, so that as a society we can be forewarned and not end up in a situation with any kind of accidents. Obviously, this week also saw the appointment of a Pope, and Pope Francis now is the man that is in charge. There'll be a lot of things that he will have to come to terms with from his predecessor, and let's hope that there becomes resolution both from the financial and personal problems that have plagued the Roman Catholics throughout the world over the last 15 years. And then in our own country, Trinidad, we had the appointment of a new president, President Kamuna. And he spoke very eloquently. The things you think I can do, I cannot. And the things you think I cannot do, I can. Well, I'll wait to see how he handles some of the issues of the public service, of the police service, of the mercy committee, of the issues that are under his control. Because it's only against that backdrop will we be able to know if he's a differentiated president. And again, I'm making the suggestion that all of the petty issues that are sitting in the courts that continue to block it up, that some sort of agenda within the system be put in place to remove those things, relinquish them, pardon them, even using that executive power at this time. And finally, let's not forget that we have quite a number of issues still on the front burner, including, and not limited to, this problem of constitutional reform. I'm going to do a blog on constitutional reform, especially for that, and nothing else. And maybe I'll dedicate the next week to constitutional reform. I'm Robert Amar, and I'm saying thank you. Do stay tuned. The next blog is going to deal with the Constitution and the issues that have to be considered if we are truly to make a Constitution that will be for the people, by the people. Until then, I'm out of here. Bye.
Saturday, May 11th.
More FM 104.7 is pleased to feature a reggae legend.
Glenn Washington.
Glenn Washington, live in concert.
As we celebrate the mothers of TNT. Advance tickets $150.
Look out for our very own John Melody.
And the iconic DJ, Naya Bingy.
It's gonna be a night to remember.
Saturday, 11th May, Glenn Washington.
Coming to serenade all the mothers of TNT, Glenn Washington. This spectacular show is one that you cannot miss.
Get your tickets early.